Alright, back to Skyrim. Been playing the crap out of Fallout 4. Any of you that have been watching my channel know that I've been like a madman uploading Fallout 4 videos. I am so enjoying that game. Man, Bethesda knows how to make a game. Alright, this is going to be kind of a long one because I'm going to tie up a few loose ends. Before we can go actually confront Alduin, there's some things to do. Not directly related to that, I want to go get the Augma Infinium. And I just need another sample or two of elf blood, and we can go do that. In fact, I think all I need is wood elf, and if we're lucky, we'll catch a wood elf here. I'm starting here at the halted stream camp, because I know there's a bunch of bandits out front, and a couple of them are archers. And as far as I know, that a lot of times when you meet a bandit archer, they would tend to be a wood elf. Seems like... What the hell? Oh, nice timing, dude. Can't you see I'm busy? Freaking dragons, man. Oh, this is just a normal dragon. I'm gonna own this dude. Yeah, I think you messed with the wrong dragonborn here, buddy. I'm packing a punch now. It's a different ball game. That's okay, you can fly off. You'll be back. You better come back. Anyway, yeah, bandit archers can be wood elves, just like their mages can be Bretons. Most of their warriors and chiefs tend to be like orcs or Nords, so on and so forth. They kind of stick to their class, most commonly associated with their race. Yeah, dragons. Yeah, you got to come with elder dragons and blood dragons and stuff now. This weak sauce stuff right here, that's really not cutting it anymore. I really don't need to be collecting this stuff anymore either. We are actually almost done, people. It's been a good ride. It's been pretty cool. Nice getting back into this game and sharing my build, some of my ideas, thoughts on the game, and you know, the politics and stuff. Been pretty cool. Getting to go on some rants and talk about things and share stuff down there in the comment section, man. It's been really awesome. We still have a little bit to go. I mean, we have to go confront Alduin himself, obviously, to save the world from the World Eater. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Talk about lucky. Alright, good deal. So that's all the blood we need. We can go back and get our Augma Infinium. I believe I should be choosing the thief skills to raise my light armor. I'm not really worried about the rest of it. Like I say, I'm not developing this character for a long run. If I was, I would have concentrated a little bit more on raising some certain skills. We could have had our conjuration a bit higher, worked on our heavy armor a bit. You know, gone and put on some heavy armor and gone and picked on a giant. Got that up really fast. And stuff like that. But as it is, I just want to get my my light armor rating as high as possible. I don't think it's going to quite be at 100, but that's fine. It's close enough. It's close enough just to get a general idea of what I was looking at on this build. Close to where I want to be, and there's no shortage of bandits here, is there? One little bonus is the feat part of that book ought to raise my archery too. I don't know about one-handed. I don't think so. I think one-handed falls under warrior. I'm pretty sure. I think it's like archery, maybe speech, maybe alchemy, because you're dealing with poisons, right? Sneak, that's cool, because I don't think my sneak's at 100 yet either. So it'll raise up some of those. That'll work. Anyway, we got the last of our blood. Let's go take this back to Septimus, his old crazy ass. See if we can't unlock this big box and get our book. You know, I've had about enough of this sun. I really have. I really, really have. Every time I fast travel somewhere, my blood is boiling. Okay. Getting kind of sick of that. I kind of am not really blaming Hrothgar. Now, where exactly is the sun? Looks like it's generally off in that direction. Well, I guess that's it. Right through there. I don't see a lot of god rays showing me where exactly it's at. Let's see if that's close enough. Boom! Oh, cool. Got a trophy with that. That'll work. Alright. Yeah. Boil my blood with that. That's what you do. Boil my blood with that. Yeah. So there. I don't think it lasts. I think it lasts like, what, 1 in-game hour or something? It doesn't last very long. But when the sun is getting on your nerves, just use a cursed arrow. Kind of curious if Serana had anything to say about that. Guess not. There is a bit more character development with Serana if you just carry on and let her travel with you. You can even get a, well, it's not a romance option, but you can wear an Amulet of Mara and she'll talk to you about it, but you can't romance her. It's horrible.
When the
just
top
horrible.
level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex. I can almost hear them. I feel their life energy. Come, I will make the mixture.
Alright, you do that. I don't think he's necessarily crazy. He's just speaking on a whole different level. He's like off in his own zone. Alright, well. Reminds me a bit of that sundial back at the vampire castle. Remember? It just does. I seriously think Serana's mother had a dwarf come in and build that for her. I really do. Well, that's what Hermias Mora, that's how he rewards his emissaries, his followers, huh? I'm not sure I really want any part of that. But then again, old Septimus didn't have the book. And there it is, the book. Made from the skin of all the elves, right? One guy pointed out on a picture of the book that there was enough skin to cover the Dwemer also.
Come, my champion. Now, you have my Augma Infinium. It contains the knowledge of the ages as revealed to Sarces, my loyal servant. For hundreds of years, it's been shut away from the world. Septimus was a useful tool for unleashing it. Now, it is in your hands. Let us work wonders together.
Little, I'd say, counterclimactic or something. Unclimactic. The Augma Infinium quest was, I don't know, I'd say a bit more epic in Oblivion. Just a little bit. A lot of the Daedric quests were. Some of them were actually really fun and really entertaining. Sheogorath was probably the best one with the raining of the fiery bloody dogs from heaven terrorizing the town full of Khajiits. I believe that was the Sheogorath one. I don't know that it gets any more epic than that. I really don't. That's just completely awesome. And then Sanguine wanted you to go make everyone naked at dinner. And then Azura Star, that one was really cool. It was 5 of her followers that got infected with vampirism, and they went and hid themselves in a cave so they wouldn't hurt anyone. But they were in there and lost their minds. And they were stout vampires too. They were not playing any silly games. All right, so what do we got here? Lockpicking. Okay, whatever. Pickpocket. Speech. There we go. Wow, our speech is already at 82, huh? Alchemy to 75. All right. I've actually trained in that a couple times. All right, but the key was we got our light armor up. Anyway, notice of all the myrrh, there's enough skins on the cover of that book, I believe, also to cover the Dwemer. If you can figure out which one of those skins might be theirs. Not that it gives you any insight as to their appearance or culture or anything else, but it was a neat thought, anyway. Okay, apparently I was already wearing my set. I don't remember switching that out. Oh, I think I put it on just to see if my light armor skill would keep going up. I don't know if it has or not, but it's well over 100 now with that book and with my armor. It's probably in the 125, 130 range or something. Anyway, whatever. It's all good. Alright, staying true to it. Every other one, health and stamina. Now, I was thinking about this, is since I'm swinging a sword and an axe, what do I do with that? Do I take the bonuses? If I had a bunch of more skill points, I probably would. But I was thinking about raising the critical chance of swords. I mean, it's minimal. The critical damage is only based on the base damage of the weapon, and it's just another couple % of that. And then it's a small chance to even hit a critical, if you do. But I'm thinking with that, I might get a few more kill cams. You know, the messy kills. I might get a few more of those. I don't know. And this right here, I've never really been a fan of that, or a fan of that. Backwards power attacks, I don't think I ever perform those. It's just not, it's not habitually in my play style. That might be something for someone who does that a lot, but it's not something I do a lot. At least not knowingly. So, I don't think I'm too much going to worry about that. If I had a bunch of points, I would probably throw some in here. I wouldn't worry so much about these. You know, the expert and master ones, but the ones where you get well, bound weapons do more damage, huh? Well, I guess if you're playing a magic only, no weapons type playstyle, then I guess bound weapons would count as a spell. But the perks where you can increase the strength of your Atronachs and even summon 2 Atronachs, that's kind of cool. Have 2 summons at the same time. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know. I'll sink some points into it. I'll think about it a little bit more. I'm probably going to put some points into critical chance with swords. And maybe upgrade anything I can with my bow and just leave it at that for where I'm at right now. But that was a look at my skill trees and pretty much my final build for the most part.
The Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Old Parthy. Okay, the Time Wound. Yeah, I know exactly where that's at. The Time Wound, you know, that thing right over here, right? Yeah, that was it. Couldn't have missed it for anything. Oh, well, I guess all the sparkly dust when you come up on it. Alright, let's see. So we're supposed to read our Elder Scroll, right? This is actually pretty cool. We're in the past to learn a shout.
Running out of time. Battle.
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Kriegwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
Die now in vain. Boy, dragons were cocky back then, man.
A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
Battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
Blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Galthor, Sori, Birker.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need it.
We will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Meye, Tarodis, Ani, Him Hind Paliv, Zuu Hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Tarodis Parthenox, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar, you will die in terror, knowing your final fate. To feed my power when I come for you in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You feel the first time, worm. I see it in your eyes. Skyrim will be free!
Damn you! It's no use.
Hold Alduin on the wing! Sister Hawk, grant me your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater! By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out! You are banished! We count you out from all our endings unto the last! You are banished!
It worked. We did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
All right. So that's how it all came about. It was interesting, out of Alduin's own mouth, you find out that Paarthurnax really was a key player in helping men develop that shout to defeat Alduin.
My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals, Dovahkiin. Die now and await your fate in Sovngarde.
This must be that beautiful... Where'd you come from?
Dovahkiin. Use Dragonrend if you know it.
Alright, so the Dragonrend shout is the only way to make him vulnerable to damage. I believe if that blue or purple halo isn't around him, then he can't be hurt at all. Especially when he's flying around, so we need to bring him down to Earth. I'm kind of curious why Alduin didn't come and attack Paarthurnax at some time before this point right here. Like, if he knew Paarthurnax was a betrayer and his first thing would be an act of revenge against Paarthurnax, like he says, you know, damn Paarthurnax, you know, my teeth around his neck. He swore vengeance on him right there and then gets sucked out of time, and now he comes back. I would think the Paarthurnax would be his first target. But apparently he's either scared of him or they just left that out of the writing. So Paarthurnax he's essentially responsible for men being able to develop this particular shout, and it being some twisted form of a shout that dragons, well, that was never really intended. But well, we're certainly going to use it. Yeah, see, he'll take no damage in the air, and I missed. Yeah, okay. What we need to do is get him on the ground and just keep him there. Just keep shouting him. I can get him down here one more time. Problem with him is he has super breath, okay? He can one-shot me. I mean, almost instantly. Like, literally start breathing on me and probably kill me before I can even have a chance to go in and drink a potion. And then even if I do, probably kill me again. He's going to roughly do 2.5 to 3 times my total health pool in damage per second. Roughly. Something like that. I don't know exactly how the numbers calculate. I just know he's an absolute beast. See? There you go. Lucky. I got a potion off right there, just for example, just to show you. So if you think, oh, well, you're just being a pussy hiding behind that rock. Well, yeah, kind of. And not ashamed of it. Not at all. See, he almost killed me twice. Literally, almost killed me twice in about a second. That was almost double my health pool, and I was hiding behind a rock for part of that. If I'd have taken a full blast to the face, he could literally kill me, I could completely heal again, and he could kill me again. And maybe 3 times. Just bring your bitch ass down to the ground. Get him down here and keep him down here. This shout recharges pretty quick, so that's a good thing. Yeah, see, it's already ready again. But apparently when he's hit with that, he doesn't have to fall down, or else just the animations are really, really bad. He gets to go through the cycle of flying around. See, it's already worn off. What kind of cheap shit is that? That's just cheap. He gets to fly around till the Dragonrend shout wears off. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm really kind of not impressed with this. Not to ruin an epic moment. This really isn't the epic fight with Alduin anyway. This is just to kind of teach him a lesson, to get him to run off like a bitch. But the voice acting while you're off in the Elder Scrolls zone, you know, learning the Dragonrend shout was really bad. I mean, sorry, it was really bad. The old time speak that they're trying to in a very plastic fashion, it's a bit more pathetic than anything. Sorry, it's just anyway, not impressed. This fight right here, I think the mechanics don't work very well. It's I would say a little bit more annoying than anything. If that's fair.
Now you are the
And now he's just a bullet sponge. He's just going to take a lot of damage. We can get him now. He's got Paarthurnax to keep him distracted. I don't think he can really do anything to Paarthurnax, and Paarthurnax can't really do a lot to him unless we keep him locked down. Let's keep him here. Well, Alduin doesn't have no cooldown on his shots. He can just go to town. Firestorms, just you name it. You just stay right. Problem, I don't want to get in there with my swords because he can turn on me instantly, and that's it. It's over. Paarthurnax, could you really stop doing that? Seriously? This is really annoying. It's just annoying. Fight with Alduin. 60% of it spent trying to catch your balance. I guess it's supposed to come across as epic fight with dragon, but yeah, I'm not really getting that. All of a sudden, the firestorm is getting kind of accurate. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother healing. I'll just make this quick and be knocked off balance again. I'd say Parthenax was more a hindrance than a help in this fight, honestly. Yeah, he can do all the shots. He's got fire. Parthenax, really? You know, maybe Delphine's right. Maybe I do need to take you out of the game. As cool as you are, that's pretty unnecessary. All that stomping around, making sure I can't get a shot off. That's not helping. Just saying. There you go. Yeah, stay over there. Breathe on him from over there or something.
But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh, Malagi Zokrat. I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
Uh-huh. Okay, now there's this awkward moment where his ass is kicked, but he refuses to leave. It's that awkward moment. All right, we'll holler at you. Epic dragon fight over, I guess. Yeah, I hear you, Serrano. All right, let's go talk to Parthy. See if we can't get an apology for all that foot stomping he was doing a minute ago. Or we could go to talk to him and he could just fly off for no reason. To go settle right back where we just came from. Oh, awesome. So to go over there to walk back. Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool.
Hrothgar, you truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Krongra victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle. Alduin always was Pachlok, arrogant in his power. Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him. Yes, one of his allies could tell us, Matmahus, but it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need. Yes, this was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zema. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkasayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since. Look through.
So I guess Olaf One Eye was the Jarl of Whiterun at the time, or whatever it was called. Anyway, seated in Dragon's Reach. I think he's associated with the capture of the dragon here. Olaf? I don't know.
I've a lot of respect for the Restoration School. Skyrim could
So now we have to go talk the Jarl into letting us use the castle as a dragon trap. That would be interesting. Well, I guess the new Jarl is an older fellow. He works different hours than some. Gets up a little late in the morning, maybe.
You're not as dumb as you look.
Thanks, I guess.
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
That's why I'm here, dude.
I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. What do you think the Imperials would be doing while this dragon is busy slaughtering my men? No, I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme. But getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe... what are the Greybeards? They're respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons, and this war into the bargain. I was done talking anyway.
Alright, well, I guess we could end the Civil War and probably accomplish the same thing, but real quick, what we have to do is get both sides to agree to some kind of shaky peace treaty, at least, to kind of chill out so we can get permission to use the castle to trap a dragon to stop what's really important. Doesn't matter who wins the Civil War or even fights in it if the dragons destroy everything, or whatever. Not quite sure how Alduin plans to destroy the world, though. He's going to spend a long time breathing fire on everything to destroy the world. But I guess that's another issue. Anyway. All I know is it's our job to stop him, so that's what we're going to try to do. So first, I guess we have to get permission to use this place for a treaty.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonrend shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. The old tales say that he can travel into Sovngarde to devour the souls of the dead. You must find out how he does this before he regains his strength and returns. Sky above, voice within.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he could be any more reluctant in his blind, passive-aggressive manner. Throwing up as many roadblocks as possible without trying to appear to be doing so. Not a fan. He's made it clear he's not a fan of me, but if he has to, he'll go ahead and yada yada, and, you know, whatever. That's fine. As long as he pretty much just stays out of the way. That'll work. Alright, so first we'll go talk to the piece of crap. Bet he wishes he'd beheaded me now, huh? I'm actually fixing to do something right against his best efforts to destroy the world in the name of the quote-unquote empire, sucking off the Thalmor. I'm gonna go ahead and undo it anyway. Nanny nanny boo boo. Thalmor masters can't do anything about this punk. So I'm gonna go tell him what he needs to do. Not ask, but tell.
The road to Whiterun's not safe these days. Lots of travelers just disappear.
Make it quick. I get enough delays from politicians. The Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem, but I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that, dragons or no dragons. You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack. By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a truce under these conditions. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Yeah, I know you will. You're living pretty nice here on the Nord Dime, too. Filth.
You heard of Ravenscar Hollow? Cave on the island to the west. Place is a roost for those foul hagravens.
And no, that doesn't apply to Ulfric. Ulfric's living on his own dime. It's the difference. Of course, Ulfric belongs here. Tullius and his Thalmor masters don't. They may have at one time, but as soon as they signed that white gold Ho Treaty, they lost all those rights. They forfeited their rights to anything by forfeiting their rights in a treaty. When you forfeit your rights, you forfeit your rights. Pretty simple. I was wondering if he could sell me anything. I guess this is not his business hours or something. All right, Wulfrith. I like Wulfrith. You know, it's a shame that Tullius is voice acted by one of my favorite voice actors who does Bailey from Mass Effect. It's a shame.
We should take Yarmarch. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the world eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
Alright. Good enough. That's all I wanted. Didn't really want to talk to you about anything else. Whatever I think of Ulfric as a person, at least he has the right of it. In every way. The Empire has no business here.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
Oh, look at Serana. That's respect right there, huh? Wow.
Yes, yes. Which is why I allowed this violation of all our traditions. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
Yeah, whatever, monk. I'm sitting here admiring my girlfriend. It's pretty cool. I love how she just gets immediately impatient and she just has to go do something. Whatever. She's always doing her own thing. That's awesome.
You know
Best follower ever.
Are you going to let us in or not?
Except for maybe Dogmeat and Fallout. He might be the best follower, actually, ever. Alright, so let me sit at the head of the table here. Guess we'll wait for everyone to take their places. Oh! We got that Thalmor bitch over there. What's she doing? Oh, wow, that just says it all. For the Empire, that says everything. Wow, that is so much in a nutshell on so many levels. I don't even have to say it. If you can't see it, you'll never understand anyway. But if you can see it, her presence here, period, at this council, wow, what a hoe. Tullius is such.
Now that
the
everyone
whole
is
Empire.
here, please take
Whole
your
Empire.
seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit of...
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation?
Thank you.
You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Hear, hear.
I have every right to be at this negotiation.
Man, you shut
I
up.
need to
You
ensure
don't even have a
that
right to
nothing
speak.
is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Want a bet?
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
Get that bitch out of here.
Smear's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that we would sit down with that. Thalmor bitch. I say she walks, or we walk. I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Get out of here, liar, murderer, bitch.
Bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate,
Or you die
you
right here.
represent
Shut
the
up.
Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Nord
Now
traitor,
that that's
bitch.
settled, may we proceed?
One moment.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. I have no authority to negotiate a permanent settlement, unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Master Arngir,
We're
are
here
you
to
going to
arrange
just
a
let him
temporary
continue
truce
to...
to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you came to talk, let's get on with it.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? General Tullius. Jarl Ulfric. This council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
Elisif, are you really going to be a party to this foolishness? Do you really think Ulfric will just turn Riften over because some Imperial general barked an order?
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, you can't be taking this demand seriously. We can hold Riften against anything the Empire can throw at it. Besides, Jarl Layla will
Vignar,
never agree to...
We will do whatever I decide is in the best interests of Skyrim. Are we clear?
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table. You haven't been able to take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
I am sure General Tullius does not expect something for nothing.
Of course not. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster?
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye, we haven't forgotten Markarth, Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth?
The whole reach. That's right. The whole reach.
Yes. With Markarth in our hands, we'll be able to raid the Imperial supply lines out of Solitude. You heard what she said, Tullius. We've made you a fair offer. If you're really serious about this truce, you need to reconsider.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation to this council, despite your known association with the rebels. But it seems you have no intention of dealing fairly with me. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. You have no intention of coming to terms. You're here to blacken the Empire's name, and I won't be party to it. If you think you can hold Riften, you're as deluded as you've always been. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades.
He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know I can't agree to these terms. The Emperor would repudiate this treaty and I would be recalled.
Shores, bones, where will these demands end?
Out with it, then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your
This is our
butchery
homeland, Tullius. All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say?
I don't know the story of Karthwasten. It's not an issue.
I should have known better than to expect you to give us a fair hearing. Once again, the Empire takes the blame for the crimes of others. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it Colovian brandy. These terms are still not acceptable.
You see what talking to them gets us?
Let's hear it.
We want Kralder removed as Jarl of Winterhold, and an Imperial candidate put in his place.
What next, Tullius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. So, Dragonborn, what do you say? As I expected, you favor your friends. Come on, Ulfric. You have to give a little ground here. The dragons are a threat to us both.
Damn Imperial arrogance.
Out with it, then.
Never mind. I can see that these are the best terms we'll get from this council. So be it. The Empire at least puts the greater good above our own interests.
Shut up.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius. These are the terms currently on the table. Riften will be handed over to Imperial control. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will withdraw its troops from the Reach, allowing Ulfric's forces unhindered access to Markarth. Jarl Igmund will go into exile, with Thongvor Silverblood taking his place as Jarl of Markarth. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you.
What a whore
Jarl
puppet.
Elisif.
Wow.
I appreciate your loyalty. These terms blatantly favor the rebels. Everyone here knows that. But the Empire will accept them until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Now that the Empire has been driven from the Reach, we can put a stop to the raping of her silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim.
Legate with me. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving
Well,
up
that silver's
Riften
been going into
is a
Imperial
heavy
coffers,
price
huh?
to pay for this truce, Dragonborn.
The Nord silver, by the way.
I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Vignar, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
By Talos, that's an excellent question. I hope you haven't forgotten that little detail.
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple. An unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with the voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here, in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
There's one more thing. We know
Alright, enough politics, man. Sorry guys, probably should have left a warning that be a bit of talking, although it was kind of funny. Kind of interesting to see how Tullius had brought Thalmor Ambassador. I mean, they're really joined at the hip. Inseparably joined at the hip. And that just is what it is. It's sad. It's sad. I remember the Empire from Oblivion. Imperial Legion guys running around. What is it, citizen? Always riding down the road on their horse with a torch. Almost unbeatable. Those dudes were badasses. But there was a certain security to be found. In fact, I think that's one of the first things that Ralof says in the beginning of the game. Is that I used to find comfort and security behind Imperial walls, and now it's just a prison. It's, oh well. It is what it is. I'm not going to change that. Let's get this trap sprung. Go see if we can't train a dragon, right? How to train a dragon.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
There it is.
Greybeards have arranged a truce between the Stormcloaks and Imperials. How long can such a thing last?
Time to shoot the sun out again.
This dragon of yours. We're ready.
Actually, I think I accidentally spent all my cursed arrows on Alduin. Ooh, da bing! Well, that didn't sound real serious, did it?
We're ready when you are.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Oh, here he comes. We asked for it. Oops. I don't think that guard asked for that, though. Wow. Well. Have a nice trip. Wow. Watch the landing. I'm assuming we just hit it with Dragonrend and get it to to land here. Alright, well, it forced him to land. Maybe we can lure him back here. No, he's gonna stay up there preoccupied with, that's probably Sauron up there, isn't it?
I will conquer where Alduin failed.
The dragon's all prideful. I'll kick your ass where Alduin couldn't. Okay. We'll see about that. Don't you come in here and fall for my trap. Okay, do I have to actually kill him?
Be fast, Alduin.
Come on, dude. That's what I get for making Sauron a super beast, I guess. He's gonna sit there and tank a dragon for 20 minutes. Okay, well, his ass is kicked now, right? Okay. Right, yeah, his ass is kicked. Watch, as soon as I walk up to talk to him, I'm gonna get fire breathed all in my face. You submit, dude? Oh no. Don't tell me it's glitched. Oh no, it's back to full health. Awesome. Breathing fire in my face. Okay. Awesome, awesome game design. Awesome. Get him, Sauron. Get him for pulling the old okey doke there a minute ago.
Need
I think it's holding.
to Ubonar. You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
He's grinning at me, man. Awesome.
Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa Okmidove Navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost Ofan Hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
He looks away grinning, knowing he's won. It's awesome.
Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafin.
Serana seems a little conflicted. He turns his head and looks out the corner of his eye. Like he's trying to get over. Oh, man.
Something. I can't believe that worked. You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Your funeral. Someone else is going to have to help you get him back in there again.
Get ready to open the trap!
Was nu? Sini dein Rufe Astral.
Pretty cool, man.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Zukbrit Oath. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dolph will only increase. Amativ, mu bokotin stinselok.
And we get to fly a dragon. Awesome. Alright, well, off we go. And on the next one, that's where we'll meet. Suldafin, is that what they called it? Anyway, we'll go try to find Alduin and put an end to this. Alright, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, click that button up top. Want to catch the rest of this Let's Play, click that image there in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. Y'all take care and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.